Alright, quick follow-up to the little bit on the sound stuff I was doing on the last update. Since the speakers I'm probably going to use won't be powered, I did try it right out of the Dreamplayer with no amplifier, and it's not going to be very loud. So what I did a little bit of research, and I obtained this pretty nifty little 20-watt stereo amplifier. It's from Adafruit, A-D-A-F-R-U-I-T. Pretty cool company. If you haven't checked, check them out. I'll put a link down, a subtitle down below with their website. Like I said, this is a 20-watt stereo amplifier based around a certain chip. It's small. You can see the form factor here. Now, when you get it, you have to solder in the connector for your power, or you could use this, like from a wall wart or something like that. You solder in this capacitor, these two connectors for the two speakers, your left-right speaker, and you have to solder close some jumpers here. The one there that says analog, and then 8182, that's what it says there. I can't read it through the screen here. And then that's pretty much it. And this is meant to be used, these guys do a lot of cool stuff with raspberries and their feather boards and other little microcontrollers, so you can control it. And it actually comes also with a header if you're going to do breadboarding and all that kind of fun stuff. I'm not that into it, but it's a pretty cool site. So again, check them out. So this is, like I said, this is a 20 watt per channel amplifier. If you power it with at least 12 volts, it drops power if you go below that, and that's into 4 ohm speakers. If you go 8 ohm speakers, it's not quite as high, but it's pretty cool. So I'm just going to show it here. I actually have it hooked up now to my wife's iPod and powered here from my bench power. Obviously, this is not how I'm going to do it on the layout, but I'm going to do it just to play some music here. Hopefully I don't get in trouble from YouTube. I'm not trying to sell anything. I just want to kind of demonstrate this real quick. Then what we'll do is we'll take it out to the layout and install it, and I'll put some files on the micro SD card, and we'll try it the way it's actually going to be on the layout. What I also did, you can see right here, if I can get in there and show that, there's you put a potentiometer in there for volume right here. I have it soldered in basically from the back side, and then what I did was bring it through the back side and then soldered it onto this 1K ohm audio taper pot. You probably could use a linear taper too. I don't know. I just bought an audio taper, and then marked it min to max, and I bought this little knob as well. The pot and the knob I bought from All Electronics. They have a pretty good selection of stuff there. So it's just a standard 3.5mm 1/8 cable from the iPod in. I bought 2 speakers. Also, they're also made by Adafruit. They're 4 ohm speakers. Pretty nice. Now, I understand that the sound here, I'm not an audio engineer, but the speakers are just sitting there. I realize you need enclosures and whatnot to make them sound better. But I just kind of wanted to demonstrate this just here on the bench with some music, because you can hook up, as I said, my wife's iPod, and I love you, honey, but I only found one song I liked on your iPod, so that's what I'm going to use. So let's see what it sounds like. So if we take this and I go ahead and play, and I have it turned down, we'll turn it up a little bit. This thing will get pretty darn loud too. It'll really crank if I wanted it to. Good tune, little Green Day. So you can adjust it, and I'm going to have this in a layout reachable from the outside.
And you feel yourself suffocating. Does the pain weigh out the pride? And you look for a place to hide. Did someone break you?
Gotta be careful, because it's gonna get pretty loud here if I don't blow the speakers. So I said, it's a nice little setup. I like it.
21 guns, lay down your arms, give up the fight.
Magnet.
21 guns, throw up your arms.
And a little distortion there. I had to probably crank too loud. So nice. So it's a nice little setup. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the little micro SD card. I pulled it out of the Dreamplayer. That only plays WAV files. I only have one audio, one song that's a WAV file. Everything else is the birds and the crickets and all that kind of sounds. But I'll put it on. We'll get it out to the layout, and then we'll see how it sounds. I might just use these two speakers just as a sample. And we'll get out the layout and just kind of hook it up the way it's going to be and see how it sounds. So this is kind of fun. This is kind of fun stuff too. So I know it's not overly train related, but hey, you got to have fun in life too, you know.
Nothing's ever built to last your ruins. 21 guns, lay down your arms, give up the fight.
Okay, just for completeness, just to show you, this is the part number here of the audio taper 1K pot that I got from All Electronics catalog NATP-1K. The linear one's similar, just catalog NLTP-1K. Probably both will work, but I think for audio they kind of recommend an audio taper. I guess it responds better to the human ear or something like that. I don't know, something crazy, but and then again, here's the information from Mauser. The top one there. This is the actual Max 9744 is that. It's that one. I also bought a smaller one, a 3.7 watt. Maybe we'll cover that later. And these are the speakers I bought. So they're the part numbers from Mauser, where I bought them. So I thought they might ship them a little bit quicker, and they got them in a couple days. But again, you know, Adafruit does, ADAFRUIT, does sell these on their website as well. So you might want to consider that, give it a shot. By the way, this is my favorite song by The Who, so I'm just going to whisk a little bit and let it play for a second here. Alright, got it mounted here on the layout. I have the SD card reinstalled with a fun little audio file we'll play here. I got a 2-foot audio cable into the amplifier. I got the 12 volts in, and for now I just ran the speakers over. I have them sitting here on actually some scenery products. I told you we were going to do scenery, just because I had the music cranked up and it was actually vibrating the speakers off of the bench work, so I had to put them on something. Again, this is not, you know, obviously not an audio file setup, but just to try it, see how the sounds are. So let me go ahead and turn it on here and see what track comes up first. Yeah, for now, temporarily, I just took the trigger off from the computer. All right. One of the night ones. I can crank it pretty loud. Oh, imagine a calm, bucolic evening waiting for a train. So that's turned up. In fact, that's only about halfway. Can't really make it loud, but turn it down. There we go. You can name this the group with this that sings this song. You might win a prize. I don't know.
Hey, hey, did you ever think there might be another way? Just feel better about today. Oh no, if you never want to have to turn and go away, you might feel better if you stay. Yeah, yeah, I bet you haven't heard a word I've said. Yeah, yeah, you've had enough of all your trying. Just give up the state of mind you're in. If you wanna be somebody else, if you're tired of fighting battles with yourself, if you wanna be somebody
I'm clipping it.
else, change your
So there we go. That should work. And I just got to figure out how to better encase or baffle these speakers, where to put them, and then we should be good to go with some pretty cool sounds here. So there we go. So there again, that's the Freecom Dreamplayer Lite with the Adafruit 20 watt per channel amplifier, 1K linear taper pot for volume, 12 volt supply, and there you go.
had enough of all your trying.
Who needs birds when you have music?
You're in. If you wanna be somebody else, if you're tired of fighting battles with yourself, if you wanna be somebody else, change your
And of course, if you wish, you could just pull the cable out, hook up an iPod. Look at this old ant dinosaur, eh? And if you want, use your iPod. Or for that matter, you could probably even run out, you got a computer with audio outputs, just run the audio right to the amplifier and use that. The nice thing about the Dreamplayer, obviously, is it just takes, power that's already out here and just the SD card, so I don't need to have a computer nearby. But if you wanted to go something with this and get WAV files on a portable device, no reason you couldn't do that and have some sounds. So, yeah, I don't want to get in copyright trouble. I'm not trying to do anything, but tell you what, it sounds pretty darn nice. Let's dance. All right. I'm gonna get myself in trouble here.
leaving home out on the road. I've been down.
Okay, I guess enough of the sounds. Let's get back to some real scenery. Soon to come. Honest, we really are going to do some scenery soon.